Hello and welcome to another edition of Tuesdays with the Disability Policy for All. Today I'm going to be talking to Renee Tajudeen, who is the Director of Public Communication and Outreach here at ODEP. AUCD and ODEP has an alliance that we just started to work on different employment issues that we have in common. So, and today is one of the first time that we're working together. So, welcome, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Jennifer, I should say, is the Director of Public Communication and Outreach. The first question is, do you think we have made progress in helping people with disability get competitive jobs since President Truman made October Employment Awareness Month?
Thank you. Thanks for having me. And that is really a great question, and one that we think about here at the Office of Disability Employment Policy every day. Are we making progress? As you had mentioned, in 1945, President Truman established a week in October to recognize the value that people with disabilities bring to the workplace. And then later, in 1988, the week became a month. So I think it was 2001 that the Office of Disability Employment Policy took the lead on NDEM, and we have been working ever since to really try to raise the dialogue around this issue. The data around disability employment really has not shown us trends until just about 2008 or 2009 that we were able to get a disability question into the current population survey done by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So we have data just kind of going back to then, and we see that we have a lot of work to do. The unemployment rate is still not at a place that we want it to be for people with disabilities, but where I do think that we have improved tremendously is in how we talk about disability in the workplace. Employers now see that inclusion works for them, and that people with disabilities bring a diverse perspective and set of skills to their workplace, and that is an audience that they want in their workplace and that they also want to serve. So we are feeling very optimistic about how we're changing the culture around the talk of disability in the workplace.
Thank you. In case our viewers are not familiar with the acronym NDEM.
Right. Yes.
Can you just
Sure, of course. Yes, we do take that for granted since we plan it every year. So NDEM stands for the National Disability Employment Awareness Month.
Okay. How is the Office on Disability Employment Policy celebrating this very important month?
Well, we celebrate it from several different angles, and our main goal is to have everyone celebrate the value that people with disabilities bring to the workplace, both past and present. This year, or I should say every April, we come out with a new theme, and we're getting calls usually as early as January asking what that theme is going to be, and because organizations are very eager to start their plans for the following October, which is exciting to us. So we release that theme in April, and then we come out with a poster supporting that theme in May. And we have website materials, so our goal is to really create the tools and resources that others, meaning employers, advocacy organizations, service providers, etc., that they can celebrate NDEM. This year we decided to go with a theme that involves a hashtag, so hashtag inclusion works, because we really wanted to leverage the power of social media to get this dialogue and this conversation going across the nation. And we've been seeing some tremendous results with this. I think we've never quite seen this reaction to it, and social media is certainly here to stay, and can take us a long way in our message delivery.
Thank you. You mentioned about the website. Can you share that website with us?
Yes, so our website is www.dol.gov/NDEAM. So it's departmentoflabor.gov/NDEAM.
Okay. Thank you. Is there anything else that you would like to talk about employing people with disabilities?
Yeah, I mean, I certainly could talk all day about that. I maybe wanted to hit a little bit more on NDEAM that I'm realizing I didn't hit. Wanted to say that we're tweeting every day. We've got quotes coming out every day. We've got a Twitter campaign called 31 Days, 31 Ways that inclusion works. The Metro has posted our poster in 5 of its stations. That's here in the DC metropolitan area. We've got events that we know are happening at company levels. Their employee resource groups are getting together and celebrating NDEAM. Some companies are having job fairs around NDEAM. Some have taken our poster and put their own branding on the poster. And so that's kind of our NDEAM focus. But in terms of your question, other things I'd like to talk about is that the Office of Disability Employment Policy is really trying to change attitudes and behaviors around disability employment. And we do that also through our campaign for disability employment, where we have public service announcements that are aired around the nation. And the most recent one is called Who I Am. And it's encouraging people to feel comfortable to talk about their disability, that it's just one part of who they may be. Maybe they're a mom or a Little League coach or a weightlifter, and maybe they happen to have a disability. And so if we all are speaking comfortably about this, and we have workplace cultures where people can speak about it comfortably, then we can bring our whole self to work, and therefore our companies benefit from that. Another thing I'd like to point out too that we're focusing on in ODEP is accessible technology. So we want people to be able to access companies' websites, especially when those companies are doing online recruiting. So they're asking people to apply for jobs by coming to their front door or their website. And we're helping companies understand how to make those websites accessible so that they're not inadvertently blocking people with disabilities from being able to apply. We have one of our folks that are our organizations that work for us is the Partnership on Employment and Accessible Technology, or PEAT, and they have a tool to help employers with this, and that's called Talent Works. And basically it's a guide or a checklist for employers to assess their websites for accessibility so that their front door really is open. And just lastly, we know that inclusion works for business, it works for employers, and it works for employees, and it works for everybody.
Great. If you have any questions about this or any other policy issues, please go to the AUCG webpage and look for this week's In Brief. And if you have any questions or comments about this week's Tuesdays with Liz, please leave them in the space below. Thank you and have a nice day. Thanks again, Renee.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.